For far too long, Bose was getting dominated by Sony in the noise cancellation headphones department. But can this new pair of Bose Noise Cancelling 700 headphones change all of that? Let's find out. Hi guys, Nafis here with Technoviz, and in this channel we review mobile and audio devices, tech accessories and bags, camera gear and sometimes tutorials. So if you're new here, then please consider subscribing. Now before we dive into the in-depth review, let's do the unboxing. Now as you have seen everything inside the box, let's talk about the design of the new Bose Noise Cancellation Headphone 700. So the whole thing has been redesigned from the ground up. The headband is made up of stainless steel, which has been streamlined with an ultra soft foam on the underside. And this kind of thins down as it goes towards the ear cups. Though it is thin, it does not feel fragile. You will feel how solid the headband is when you try to adjust the headband according to your head size. Here as well, there is a change from the previous generation QC35s. Before it used to make a kind of click when you went up and down, but now it's just smooth. There is no clicking sound. And the unused part of the headband kind of sticks out from the ear cups a bit, which I'm not a big fan of. The ear cups are made of a synthetic protein leather which is very soft. I like the old ear cups of the QC35s as well. In winter I used my old pair as earmuffs as it used to block all the cold wind blowing from the outside. And I am glad that I can use this new pair the same way as well, because this feels comfortable and soft against my skin and covers my whole ear. I am pretty sure you can wear this during a whole transatlantic flight without feeling any sort of discomfort, because it only weighs about 0.25 kilograms, which is feather light. These ear cups are also replaceable and they are very easy to do so. You can do it yourself if you want to. They are clip-ons, so it is very easy to take them off and then put them back on again. Only problem that I have with any over-ear headphones in general are that in summer they are not very comfortable. When you go to the gym or even take it out for a walk, and if you start sweating, then it just keeps getting wet and uncomfortable. But I am hoping that these earmuffs are different, and probably in summer this will be more comfortable than what they are usually. Currently I am in Australia, so as you might know that this is winter, so I am actually enjoying this at the moment. So in summer, when summer comes, I will have to test this out and I'll let you know how this feels. Now let us discuss the sound quality. It sounds better than the previous generation of Bose's noise cancellation headphones, the QC35s. I also feel like the 700s are louder than the QC35s. I used to always play my music in full volume with my old pair of QC35s because I like my music loud and with as much bass as possible. But with the 700s, I did not need to crank up the volume to the max. I was getting my desired sound at just about 80% volume level. Sound bleeding is something that I'm constantly worried about. Since I like to crank up the music volume to the max, there is a high chance that people beside me can listen to what I am listening to as well. And I really don't want that. I can't tell for sure if the noise bleeding is less in the new 700s because of the redesign, but let me run a quick test in front of you so that maybe you can decide for yourself. So this is what they normally sound like. Let me turn up the volume. You can let me know in the comment section if that was too loud. Okay, now let's get to the noise cancellation. A year ago, MKBHD said in one of his videos that Sony is beating Bose in its own game of noise cancellation. He was comparing the Sony XM3s with the Bose QC35s, which was true at that time by all means. But the new Bose 700s are a whole different beast. Now it has both active and passive noise cancellation technologies. They use a sophisticated proprietary electronics approach to active noise reduction, placing microphones both inside and outside the ear cups. And I quote directly from their website: "The electronic system senses the sound in almost any environment and then measures, compares and reacts instant by instant to produce an opposing cancellation signal. The passive noise reduction is achieved by the combination of acoustic design and materials chosen for the ear cups and cushions. So what it means is that it is definitely better in noise cancellation than the previous generation of Bose headphones, and also very much in par with the Sony XM3s, making these a very compelling product for those considering between Sony or Bose. You can also switch between full isolation to full transparency with the click of a button. Long press this button right here on your left to switch to full transparency, and you can interact with people without taking your headphones off, as it also pauses the music. This is especially handy to place a quick coffee order or chat with a colleague. You can also press the same button to switch between 3 presets of noise cancellation that you can set via the app to toggle in different scenarios. Like for example, 0 for no noise cancellation, 5 for half, and 10 for full noise cancellation. Another key improvement that the new Bose 700 has made is on call quality. You do get stereo sound when you receive a call, but because of the 4 microphones that I just previously talked about, what it does, it automatically adapts to the environment to isolate your voice from competing noises. In my test, I had a fan blowing at my face while I made a call to my friend, and she said she could not hear the fan at all, which literally blew my mind. I still have not taken this on the street to take a call, so I cannot comment on how they will perform outside yet. But judging by everything till now, I think you can confidently take a call or talk to your voice assistant in any situation. You need to use the Bose Music app to set up your choice of voice assistant if you're not using the headphones with your phone. It will guide you through the setup process, allowing you to set up the integrated button access feature that will automatically connect to your voice assistant app. But to connect to the phone's virtual assistant, you don't have to set up anything. You can just press this button and it will call up Siri or Google Assistant. This button is the power button, so press it once to turn it on and again to turn it off. Also, if you press this button till you hear the voice saying ready to connect, then it will let you initiate the Bluetooth pairing process. If this is your first time connecting the headphones, then it will automatically turn on in the pairing mode. Voice prompts will provide you an additional guidance. Bose recommends that you use the Bose Music app to complete the pairing process. However, you can also use the Bluetooth settings on your device. It also has NFC, so if you have an Android device, you can just tap to connect. It uses Bluetooth 5.0 and has a range of 10 meters or 33 feet. But to achieve that maximum range, you need to have line of sight. Another thing I liked is if you press this button, the Bose 700 will let you know how long the battery will last in hours and not in percentages, which is brilliant because now I know exactly when to recharge. Also, finally, Bose has incorporated a USB-C port for charging, which will make things easy to charge if you have another USB-C cable lying around. It only takes 2.5 hours to charge the headphones fully from zero, and a 15-minute charge will give you a cool 3.5 hours of listening time. And when it is fully charged, it has a 20 hours of listening time, which is enough for the whole day or two for sure. The Bose 700 finally has a new intuitive touch interface that also closes the gap with the Sony headphones. Everything is on the right ear cup right here. You can swipe up for volume up, swipe down for volume down, double tap to pause or to resume play. You can also use the same controls for taking or hanging up calls. You can swipe forward to skip to the next track and swipe backward to go to the previous track. The Bose 700 also comes with Bose's augmented reality, which is very much in its early stages, so there is not a lot of thing that you can do with it, but I think this is region dependent maybe, so in Australia I haven't found it very useful. It also comes with an audio cable which will let you listen to music when you run out of battery, but the noise cancellation will not work. One thing this is missing is the airplane jack that it came with before. I don't know why they did not include it this time. I thought this was really useful to have. The Bose 700 also has a multi-point technology which allows you to connect to different devices at the same time. Actually 2 devices at the same time. For example, if you have an iPad and an iPhone, so while you are watching video on the connected iPad, the headphones will automatically pause the video to answer a call from the connected smartphone. When the call is finished, the headphones will swap back to the video on the iPad. What I did not like is the new Bose Music app, because I think it is very basic. It does not let you set the equalizer setting like Sony, which is quite disappointing. I like the stock sound coming out of it already, but in some genres of songs, I just wish I could increase the bass a little bit and lower the treble. So should you buy the Bose 700 instead of the Sony XM3s now? Or is the Bose 700 finally better than the Sony XM3s? In terms of features and quality, the Bose and Sony are neck and neck at this point. It would be very hard to differentiate between these two at the moment. I feel like the Bose offers better acoustic and better call quality over the Sony's, whereas the Sony has a better sounding bass and overall all sound for that matter. And also their app that lets you control the equalizer, so you can even customize the sound to your liking, which is great. And also, it just costs 400 Australian dollars at the moment if you get it now, because they are having a bit of a sale. But their retail price is close to around $550, whereas the Bose 700 costs 600 Australian dollars. I also think that the Bose 700 has done a lot of work and finally they are at a place where they can actually compete with Sony. But for how long is the question? Because if past experience is anything to go by, then Sony may be releasing an updated XM3 in the form of XM4 by October 2019. And that will definitely be an upgrade from the XM3s for sure. How much better will it be than the Bose 700s? Only time can tell. But for now, the Bose 700 is my favorite noise cancellation headphones because I like the new design. I think it looks really cool. I like the new noise cancellation feature that makes your calls sound very clear as well. This is very useful for me as I take a lot of calls on the go. So yeah. I also like the new case because it is way slimmer than before, so you will have more packing freedom, and also has this magnetic flap to house the cables, which is very neat. However, I do wish the sound quality is better considering it's made by Bose, and the app could have been way better than what it is at the moment. I mean, how hard is it to get a custom equalizer in there? But anyways, other than that, it is a solid product, and till I see the XM4s by Sony, this will be my go-to headphones. So guys, what do you think? What would you do? Let me know your questions or thoughts in the comment section down below, because I love to read them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Nafi signing off till the next week. Peace!